Before watching the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel and enable bell notification to never miss an update from us.
Hello everyone, this is Ashima, and in this video we'll be talking about daily current affairs. That is, the discussion is going to involve a lot of news events that have happened in the past few days, and we'll be talking about them in detail, right? And for those who want to prepare for question sets also, for them we have everyday free quiz that happens on Entri app, and we have a weekly recap session also, which involves a lot of questions for that part. And that weekly recap happens every Saturday at 7 p.m. So you can tune in for weekly recap and everyday free quiz, live quiz that happens on Entry app. And you can, when you download the app, you'll be finding various other courses also which are available, and they are also going to help ease your preparation. Now we'll be going ahead with the discussion of news events. The first news event we are going to talk about is Women's History Month 2021, which is the month of March. Right. So here we'll be talking about the History Month, as to what is there on Women's History Month, how it was started, and various such things which are associated with it. First of all, the theme with which it is being celebrated. So the first of all month you should know is March, the same month in which Women's Day is celebrated. Second of all, what is the theme this year? That is valiant women on the vote refusing to be silenced. And this month, the celebration is more towards the fight of women, the protection of women, and the support of women. That is, overall celebration of women is there in this month. Right now, last year it was cancelled in 2020. Celebration were obviously cancelled, so this year it is going to be celebrated with more importance, definitely. But where is it celebrated? Because it's not celebrated in India. So the celebrations happen in United States of America, United Kingdom, and Australia. These are the three countries which celebrate this month, right? So it is not in India where the celebrations happen. In India and all the other nations, we have International Women's Day, and Women's Day is on 8th of March. So International Women's Day, which is celebrated all around the world, is on 8th of March. Now, when was this Women's History Month started? It was started in 1978 in California. But how did it start? Or what was the reason how it all had started? It was basically in California, where Greta Lerner had started, or campaigned for it, and then furthermore it was started celebration. Now, this month is being observed to fight, protect, and support women. But when we come to International Women's Day, which is on 8th of March, what is so special about that? Why is that celebrated on 8th of March? That is because on this day, the suffrage was allowed for women in Soviet Russia in 1917. So, 1917, in Soviet Russia, suffrage, that is a right to vote, was given to women, and that was 8th of March. So then that day had become a national holiday, and later on in 1977, that is 1 year before Women's History Month, in 1977, this was started by United Nations. United Nations had announced celebration of International Women's Day in 1977. Right? Now we'll be moving ahead to the next news event, that is Sansad TV. Now, what exactly is this? This is basically that earlier there were two different telecasts that were happening. One was Lok Sabha TV, one was Rajya Sabha TV. Now, both these channels have been merged, and they are going to be telecast as a Sansad TV. Right now, for this, appointment for CEO has also happened, although the CEO appointment is going to be on contractual basis. That is, it is going to be a contract of a year for which the CEO is going to be appointed. But as of now, former textiles secretary Ravi Kapoor has been appointed as CEO for a duration of 1 year. Right now, what all has happened. So, first of all, it was proposed in 2019 by the then formed committee, and that committee was headed by the Prasar Bharati CEO Surya Prakash. So, in 2019, a committee was formed under the leadership of Surya Prakash, and he had put in the idea that both the channels should be merged. This is going to, first of all, increase the profit, and second of all, reduce the expenditure of the government. So, now when this is going to be telecast all together, both the proceedings, that is Rajya Sabha proceedings and Lok Sabha proceedings, are going to be telecast, as well as in the meantime, the current affairs which are telecast on the channel, they are going to be telecast in Hindi and English, right? All right. Then we have Global Bio India 2021, and now this was inaugurated recently by Dr. Harshvardhan, and this is the second edition that is being organized in 2021. Now, furthermore, if we talk about what all is there in this, so it is a 3-day event which started on 1st of March and is going to be running till 3rd of March 2021, right? What was the theme with which it was running? So this year the theme is transforming lives, whereas the tagline this year is bioscience to bioeconomy. Now, there are various countries which are participating. Approximately 50 plus countries are there which are participating in the Global Bio India 2021, which targets on creating India as an innovation hub and a bio manufacturing hub on a global level. So, with that idea, we are celebrating that, and in that, the key partner this year is Switzerland, whereas the state partner this year is Karnataka. Right now, apart from the celebrations that are going to involve entrepreneurs and startups and regulators and enablers and investors, there are 24 knowledge sessions also that are scheduled for it. So 24 knowledge sessions are there to emphasize on multiple allied sectors and growth of biotechnology and the importance of that, right? Now, going ahead to the next one, we have LinkedIn Opportunity Index 2021. Now, this index was recently released by LinkedIn, for which Indian women's plight has also been highlighted. So, first of all, what was the focus? Focus was how gender gap is slowing down the progress of women in India in the duration of COVID-19. So, definitely, COVID-19 has had an adverse effect rather than a positive effect on the lives of women, especially the working women, right? And in India, it is the most hit part. That is, the gender gap has been hit immensely in India compared to other countries. So the fight of Indian women in general is showcased in this, and the opportunities that are there across the Asia Pacific countries. So if we talk about India, first of all, 1 in 5 women, which is approximately 22% of the working women in India, they are unhappy with the opportunities and the advancement of career they get. And 85 of the working women claim that they have been missed out on raise, they have not been promoted, or the work offer in India has not been offered to them even though they are capable of it. That is, the companies are more favorable or biased towards men in India. Then 37% of working women get fewer opportunities than men. That is, they're not open to opportunities, they are not offered opportunities, whereas 37% of women are paid less than men for the same work that they deliver. Right? Now, apart from that, now what are women seeking has also been highlighted. So, according to that, women seek employers who treat them as equal, first thing, and second of all, 56% of women look for recognition at work for their work. That is the work they are doing, contribution that they are giving, that should be recognized, and they should be paid according to their skills rather than being biased upon for being a woman. For the skills they should be paid is what the women of India demand, and is also the need of the hour, right? Especially with the fact that India is already working towards closing the gender gap to a lot of extent. In that prospect, this report plays a important role to the study as to what the society is facing as of, right? Then Madhya Pradesh Freedom of Religion Bill. So there was an ordinance which was passed earlier, and that ordinance was passed by the governor of MP, Anandiben Patel. Anandiben Patel, who was the governor of Madhya Pradesh, she had passed in an ordinance for the same purpose, that is Freedom of Religion Bill 2021. Now, for that part, now at that time there were 23 cases that were registered under the ordinance. Now, since we all know that when an ordinance is passed, within 6 weeks of the parliamentary sitting or the assembly sitting, it has to be passed in the assembly as well. So therefore the bill has been prepared and it has been passed. Basically, it has been introduced as of now, and it is definitely in line with the ordinance that was passed, that is 10 years of imprisonment for some cases, fine for violators, and similar bill has already been passed in Uttar Pradesh. So for that part we can see that it is going to play an important role, and most probably it is going to pass with certain changes that might be there here and there, right? Next, a few one-liners. Pakistan has signed a 10-year agreement with Qatar over liquefied natural gas. Now, over here, you need to know a few things. First of all, how much have they signed up for? That is, there's going to be approximately 300 million saving, because this time the agreement is on import of 200 million cubic feet. 200 million cubic feet of liquefied natural gas. Second of all, it is going to start in 2022. Third of all, what is the more important part is that what is the main component of liquefied natural gas? Now, main component is methane, which is also known as CH4 chemically. And there are other components also like ethane, propane, and butane, but their quantities are comparatively lesser, about 80 to 85% to up to 90% of methane percentage can be there in liquefied natural gas, right? Then third, Jan Aushadhi Divas celebrations were started on 1st of March, and they are going to be held for a week long. That is from 1st of March to 7th of March, Jan Aushadhi Divas is going to be celebrated. Now, over here, what we need to know apart from this is that this scheme was started in 2008. So first of all, this scheme for Jan Aushadhi was started in 2008 by UPA government, which was there then. Then in 2015, there were certain changes that were made to the scheme, and the name of the scheme was changed to Pradhan Mantri Jan Aushadhi Yojana. Then later on in 2016, it was named, after 2015 changes happened in 2016 when the name was changed to Pradhan Mantri Bharatiya Jan Aushadhi Pariyojana. Right? And third of all, Jan Aushadhi medical stores have been set up under the 2015 scheme. Jan Aushadhi medical stores have been set up which are for generic medicines. Right? Then India announced that it's going to deliver 1,000 metric tons of rice and 100,000 tablets of hydroxychloroquine as assistance to Madagascar, which is currently brought it basically famine hit, and it is hugely, immensely hit. Like the market of Madagascar has been hit immensely as of now, right? So for that part, under the Sagar initiative of India, again the initiative you have to know, Sagar initiative, which was started in 2015. So under Sagar initiative, this step has been taken, which is going to be delivered by Indian naval ship Jalashwa. INS Jalashwa is the one which has been employed for the purpose, and it is going to give humanitarian assistance to the Madagascar, right? Next, Map My India has launched features to locate Corona vaccination center, and recently, if we talk about the developments of Map My India, the company won Atmanirbhar App Challenge for its app Move, and second of all, it partnered with ISRO recently. It announced the partnership recently for setting up an alternate to Google Maps, a better alternate and an Indian alternate to Google Maps. Then 2021 is a make or break year for climate change emergency in a global scale as per the United Nations chief. because it is now reached a level where it is very, very important to act on climate change as of now. And who is the United Nations chief? That is Antonio Guterres. Antonio Guterres is the current chief of United Nations, right? Or you can say the Secretary General. Now, um, Initial Nationally Determined Contributions (NDC) synthesis report was released recently by United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, and it was via this report that it was highlighted that the global emissions need to be cut by about 45% of 2010 level. 45% of 2010 level need to be cut, like it's necessary that it should be cut by 2010 by 2030, and this is a make or break year for all the climate change steps that need to be taken, right? Now, with this, we'll be winding up this segment. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope this session has been helpful to all of you. Do like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel for daily updates. And do download Entri app for live quiz and various study material that are available. Have a good day. See you tomorrow with more such updates. And good luck with your preparations, all of you.